President Trump actually obsessed with Canada? He said he wants Canada to be part of the US, slapped tariffs on it, and annoyed a load of Canadians in the process. So what is it about Canada, and what's his end goal? So on the surface, the US and Canada have always had a pretty friendly relationship. After all, Canada only borders the US.
If you look at a map, they drew an artificial line right through it. Just a straight artificial line. Somebody did it a long time ago. Makes no sense.
The border between the US and Canada is the longest between two countries in the whole world. It's 8,891 kilometres long. It took a long time to finalise where it should be drawn, and in a little-known treaty in 1908, it was finally confirmed. The US has actually tried to invade Canada before, more than once, but both failed attempts were ages ago, and for centuries now, the relationship between the two has been good. Great, even.
America is deeply fortunate to have a neighbour like Canada.
So what's been done to damage it then? US President Donald Trump's return to the White House led to the biggest shift in the relationship between the two countries in decades. At first, people literally thought he was joking when he suggested that Canada could become part of America, but he said it a lot since then.
To be honest with you, Canada only works as a state. As a state, it would be one of the great states anyway. This would be the most incredible country visually.
His territorial views, that's never, ever going to happen.
But besides all the talk, what has he actually changed? So remember when he was slapping these huge taxes on imports from other countries? Well, he's put steep tariffs of 25% on Canada then, although he did later take them back. In March, he made it so that Canadians have to go through immigration control if they want to access the Haskell Free Library and Opera House, which lies across the Vermont-Quebec part of the border. It used to be open to residents from both nations, and it's always been seen as this symbol of cooperation between Canada and the US. So who came up with this agenda? The latest US and Canada fallout has been covered in this piece from our North America correspondent, Anthony Zurcher.
How long has Donald Trump been expressing an interest in taking over Canada?
He brings it up over and over again. There was one point where I asked him a question about trade with the UK, and he pivoted and started talking about Canada.
Canada has huge supplies of rare earth metals, gold, oil, coal and lumber. The kind of natural wealth that some people say President Trump is after, including Canada's new Prime Minister, Mark Carney.
The Americans want our resources, our water, our land, our country.
America is not Canada, and Canada never, ever will be part of America in any way, shape, or form.
Although President Trump says that's not the case.
We don't need their lumber. We don't need their energy. We have more than they do. We don't need anything.
Geographically, they occupy, obviously, an area that borders on the Arctic. The Arctic could become a much more important region as global warming continues to move forward.
And it sounds like Canadians have pretty strong views on any discussions